You're weird. You're weird. You're weird. You're weird. Weird.
And what's up, WAG fam? I know you like WAG, bro. You got the shades on. What the heck are you doing? And I know it's been 3 weeks, bro. Please stop yelling at me, man. I know. And everything has been happening, man. We had this really bad storm that knocked power out. Spring break, I thought I was gonna get the record and put y'all on in, but stuff didn't happen then, bro. So we back at it again now. You're gonna get 3 weeks, I know, of all in the same clothes. I know you normally used to getting different changes of every week, but hey, we rolling like it is. We getting all 3 weeks done today, so that's what it is. So thank y'all for tuning back in, keeping up with your boy, checking back in, and yes, without further ado, here we go. So first story, kicking it in, happened in Charlotte. Yes, this couple, they got locked in an elevator on their own wedding night. So absolutely crazy. They had their wedding in downtown Charlotte at this big wedding venue, at this big high-rise building. And they were there and they had their wedding ceremony on the bottom floor, but they had to go up to the 16th floor to get to the freaking the after party. What's the after party? Not the ceremony, but whatever, the reception. Sorry, I'm going crazy. It's been a little while since I done did all that. But honey, don't kill me. But it's been a little bit. But yeah, they're going to a wedding reception, so they have to take the elevator to get there, and the elevator gets stuck. And it's a two-way elevator. There's doors in the front, doors in the back. And it's not like they could just go through and open the doors and get out. The door is stuck in between 2 floors. So it's not like they could go anywhere. So they stuck in there for 3 hours. Yes. And the wedding was in the evening, so it's already super late. You can imagine planning all this out, getting your special day, getting your special somebody, all this months of preparation, and then finally having this happen. Man. So thankfully the couple was in good spirits. They were happy, worked through everything. They, were loving on each other and cool about it, everything. I know a lot of people have been freaking out. They spent a whole lot of time and money to get their weddings going on. So yes, but yes, thankfully the firefighters able to come get them. They couldn't even get the elevator moving. They had to get the ladder, climb down, get ropes and pull them out of the doggone elevator shaft like that. Absolutely nuts. But heck, they're going to have a heck of a wedding night to remember. I'll tell you that. So man, check this out, see the story. Peace, and God bless.
These folks were supposed to be the stars of their wedding after party, but no one saw the bride or groom. Turns out that they were trapped in the elevator.
What a wedding to remember. And then came the after party. But where were the bride and groom? They actually missed it. Why? They were trapped in an elevator for hours.
Up until that point, everything was amazing.
Victoria and Panav Job got through the ceremony and reception in Charlotte without a hitch. But around 1 a.m., on the way to their after party on the 16th floor of the hotel, the elevator came to an abrupt halt.
It was a two-way elevator. Both the front door and the back door just started to open, and all you could see is just like concrete wall in front of me. And I could touch the concrete wall. I was like, that's not good.
More than a dozen firefighters showed up, but the rescue was no easy feat. Using ropes and ladders, it took them 3 hours to get everyone out. There's Victoria, still in her bridal gown and jewels, climbing out of the elevator. The newlyweds never thought this would be a snapshot in their wedding album. But after getting trapped in an elevator, bride Victoria says the only way is up.
It's my wedding night, and there's no one else I'd rather be than stuck in an elevator with my husband. I would do it all over again.
And we wish them a long and happy marriage with no more broken elevators.
All right, back with another quick one. This one is a couple of clips. I had 3 clips, but I'm going to edit it to give you 2. This first one is this young lady is at the gym, getting her swell on, trying to get them gains going. And you go see, yes, this gym, they calling her Gym Karen. I'm not going to call her that, but this lady is way too anxious at the gym. And yes, she wants the 15-pound dumbbells that the young lady is working out with. And yes, whenever the young lady puts them down on the ground, finishing her set, she just comes up and just snatches them, as you'll see. And yeah, the young lady's like, hey, I got one more set. Can I finish? And she's just like, no, you've had them long enough. So can you imagine that, bro? Putting in all this time and energy and then somebody just snatching it? I'd have been like, bro, for real, just take them. It ain't that serious. But yeah, whatever. The second video was on the Pacific Coast Highway. This guy was going a little too fast coming around that curb, and his car, you're gonna see, I think it's a Hyundai, slid off the side of the road and on the hill. And people, they didn't have any other way to get him out, so they all had to get a human chain. Everybody had to mount up together, and thankfully they're able to grab my dude right as the car had slid off and pull him out of there to safety. So absolutely nuts. So check this out, and yes, see what it is. Peace.
I am officially over public gyms.
Oh, sorry, I was using that. I've been waiting for these for a really long time. I've had them forever. I just have a couple more. You've had long enough.
All right, man. Next, we go to Iowa, where you're going to see this young lady. She's 19-year-old college student. She got arrested for faking a cancer, faking that she had cancer, had this whole scam worked up. She had been putting posts on social media that she had cancer, and people set up a GoFundMe for her. They brought in like $37,000 worth of money to help her out and everything. She kept making more posts because, of course, you got to keep the lie going. But yes, finally, she made a post that ended up getting her caught, one of her own posts. So my thought is, man, you faking something major like that, you gonna have to keep the backstory even greater. That's just so much work, man. Just go grind, hustle. But that's just my thought. That's not everybody's thought, but that is what that is. So yeah, but baby girl, she made a post and she was trying to show her cancer port that they do with chemotherapy on her chest right there. And the problem was she just did it herself, probably saw some picture or something, some video on YouTube or something just to make it look like that, and just figured she'd throw something together, but it did not look right at all. And a doctor saw this, and a doctor was able to call her out, and that's when everything started to unravel, bro, is what you'll see. So it was pretty crazy, and yeah, she ended up getting caught up for this, and yeah, she ended up getting charged for, faking this right here. So they took the money and all that stuff, and yes, that's what you see. So my thought is, bro, is it really that serious? Is it necessary? Is it going to make you that happy? But that's what she did. So I'll let you see the video. Tell me what you think, man. Peace.
It's a heartbreaking tale. A young woman battling both leukemia and pancreatic cancer. The cops say she wasn't sick at all. They say she was faking it to rake in thousands of dollars in donations.
I want people to live. I want to live. I want there to be a cure.
That's Maddie Russo, a 19-year-old college student speaking about suffering from cancer.
They found a mass on my pancreas, and I had stage 2 pancreatic cancer at just 19 years old.
She documented her treatment in a series of heartbreaking social media posts. She not only claimed to have pancreatic cancer, but leukemia and a tumor on her spine the size of a football. She raised over $37,000 on a GoFundMe page. Louis Frillman was so moved by her plight, he donated $1,000.
What struck a chord with you about her story?
She was a very young person that appeared to be in a serious amount of trouble.
And your heart went out to her.
She was totally believable.
But police in Iowa have arrested her, calling it an elaborate scam. The alleged scam was first spotted by doctors who wondered about this image that supposedly showed her getting chemo. It's not the way a medical port should look. The telltale giveaways, it's not sterile and it's not secured with medical tape. Look, this is a real medical port used for cancer patients. It's easy to see the difference. I spoke with cancer patient Anna Kauer-Kovetsky.
So the chest port is actually like a little port under my skin. It was inserted by a surgery.
Does it break your heart that someone would fake having this illness?
Absolutely.
And what's up, man? Coming back with you again. Next one, we got a 3 quick clips. First one's coming in. These are 2 popular YouTubers. Their name has left me all of a sudden, but they decided to go off-roading in a Ferrari. Only hundreds of thousands of dollars you pay for this car. But, I guess if you got it, right? As they say, it ain't tricking if you got it. But that's what they decided to do. They got mud all in the car. They have to spray out. It's just crazy. You would seem to think to do this in a Rari, bro. But okay, whatever. But yes, they do this. Second video, I guess, is in Africa, I think it is. There's friends dare their homeboy to drink a whole bottle of vegetable oil, like vegetable oil. My chest just hurts just watching this. Hey, but yeah, homie does it. He drinks that whole bottle of vegetable oil, bro. So yes, absolutely nuts. But yeah, good luck to him. In the last video, this guy goes to the doctor. He's complaining that his ear is hurting. So he goes to the doctor, and the doctor sees there's a spider in that bad boy. So if you're squeamish, you might not want to watch it, but check it out. But yes, he does that, and see, the doctor has to irrigate it to get the spider to come up out of there. I remember hearing of the outfielder back in the day that was an outfielder. I think it was a minor leaguer, and he got a moth in his ear. So yes, the moth ended up doctors had to stop, pull him out the game and get some tweezers and literally pull the moth out of his ear. I can imagine the flapping and all of that around. I don't know about you, but yeah, I'm good. So man, check it out. Let me know what you think. And yes, that's what that is, man. Peace.
That's the woods. That's the woods. That's the woods. Hey, hey, hey. Is that in here? No, 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 no. Oh.
Oh my god, dude. The branch just went through the hood.
All right, next up, going to Detroit for this story brought to you by Inside Edition. This young lady was doing DoorDashing, and it was very icy out. So DoorDash, you don't make a whole lot of money, so you got to really grind to get out there to make some bread. And yes, she had 2 orders at the same time. I don't know if you'd ever done DoorDash, but sometimes if there's 2 people ordering from the same place and they're closer in the same vicinity, they'll give you 2 orders since you're already there. So that's what had happened to her. She had both her orders, and yes, she was out rolling, and she ended up crashing, hitting in a head-on collision there in the doggone street there. So cops came, and she had an unusual request. She asked the cops, "Hey, bro, can y'all finish this delivery for me?" And amazingly, the cops was cool with it. They're like, "All right, bet. Yes, we can." They were trying to help her out because she had her kid in the car with her. So they probably knew it was going to be a whole ordeal for her. So, but yeah, she did. They took the groceries to her order for her. And yes, you can imagine the person who ordered some DoorDash. You get a knock on your doorbell ring, and you see it's the cops, and you're like, yes. And you see the cops are like, "Yeah, we got your order. This is the situation." And the young lady contacted the DoorDash recipient and told her the situation too. So I just hope she got a really good tip that day, because with DoorDash, the only way you really make some good money with tips. So I hope she got a really good tip after that, or I hope at least the cops maybe got a tip something. But yes, that's just what that is. But yeah, cool story all in all. I'll let you see it, man. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Let us know if the cops ever helped you out in a cool situation like that. I have a couple situations. One time I ran out of gas in Grapevine. The cop literally drove me all the way from Grapevine to Bedford to, to get me home, or else I would have been stuck out. And I remember another time I ran out of gas by DFW Airport. I was walking through the airport to get to the gas station right there, that little Shell at the rental car spot on the south entrance. And the cop literally picked me up because he saw me and drove me literally. I had to get in the back. So that was, everybody looking at me, seeing me get out the back of the car. But yeah, he drove me to the gas station. I got some gas and he drove me all the way back to my car. And yes, I made it. So yes, but yeah, shout out to everybody doing what they do. Shout out to the cops helping people. Thank you for what you do. And yes, that's what it is. So check it out. Peace.
And icy roads led to a big scare for a DoorDash driver. When cops arrived on the scene, she had just one concern. She wanted to make sure her delivery got there. Here's Les Trent.
It's a special delivery. This DoorDash driver, who is 6 months pregnant, has just been in an accident on her way to deliver groceries and a steak dinner. And when cops get there, she asks them a very big favor.
I have DoorDash stuff in the car. Is there any way that you guys can deliver that for me?
23-year-old Brianna Fantozzi was okay. So was her 2-year-old daughter, who was in a car seat in the back.
Yeah, sure, I'll take it for you. What's the address? I hope they give you a good review. How much do we got in here?
The answer? A lot.
Here, I'll take that.
I just feel so bad.
The tow truck driver is going to have to wait till the groceries are transferred from one car to the police vehicle. Listen to what the officer tells dispatch.
They got a DoorDash that's got to go. So we're going to take it for it.
Off he goes, arriving at the DoorDash customer's home outside Detroit with a patrol car filled with her order, including Minute Maid juice. Brianna had sent a text to her explaining she's been in an accident.
Hi, I got your DoorDash. I'm not sure if you saw what happened.
I did not.
Or wondering why the police are delivering your
Yeah,
DoorDash.
she told me that. She got in an accident.
And the officer wanted to make one thing clear.
I don't take responsibility if any of this is inaccurate.
No, I understand. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
All in a day's work.
All right. Next up, got a couple of quick clips, just a couple. Twofer. You're going to see these one parents are sitting down there watching TV late at night before bed, just hanging out, when all of a sudden, yes, their daughter, I think she's 9 or 11, she's sleepwalking. She's been sleepwalking for a while, so they're trying to, so that she gets up and you'll see they're talking to her, having a normal conversation, and it seems like she has to be awake. No way. Her eyes are open and everything, but yeah, she's literally sleepwalking. And yeah, they're having a conversation with her, talking to her, and she's making a glass of ice water as she's talking to them while sleepwalking. So she then says goodbye to them like everything is cool and goes back up to her room. And yeah, she's sleepwalking the whole time. I don't know if any of y'all ever dealt with a sleepwalker. Tell me in the comments what's up with that. But yes, it's kind of crazy. I've heard of some crazy ordeals with people sleepwalking. So yes, people, I heard one lady a few years ago, she was gaining weight all of a sudden. She didn't know why. But every night she'd go raid her fridge and be eating stuff. She'd be wondering why her stuff is gone, asking her kids what was up, and they didn't have any idea. They were asleep. So, but yeah, later on, that's when she found out that, yeah, she was getting up eating stuff. So kind of crazy what it was, but yeah. And the second clip is this mom, her worst fear. She comes in to find her kids have freaking gotten to some hair clippers, and they have tried to give themselves haircuts. You're going to see they got buzz spots and all those clippings taken out of their head. It's absolutely nuts. I remember doing that in like 6th or 7th grade because I wanted a haircut and I didn't get one. Was told no at that moment. Instead of waiting, I figured I'd give myself a haircut. And I remember going to school lying on my sister about it. But yeah, coming to find out later on, I told the truth that I had did it like an idiot. So of course, my dad's punishment, you're going to wear that hair like it is till it grow back in. Then you're going to get a haircut. You're going to learn today. And I learned. Is what that is. But shout out to you, Dad. Peace out. I'll let you see the clip. So there you go.
Honey, that's plenty of ice. It's okay, just get water.
Don't try it.
That's plenty.
I have to get the ice. I'm not feeding it.
Honey, I'll clean it. Just close it. Get the water. It's okay.
There was no ice in here. It got stuck.
Okay.
It did get stuck because it's broken. He's saying he'll fix it, that you have plenty of ice. Okay, we're just going to keep getting ice until it overflows, apparently. Because apparently that's what sleepwalking is going to do to us tonight.
Love you.
Love you. Love you, Mom.
Love you, baby. I'm gonna go in like 5 seconds.
Look at what they did to their hair. Turn around, Beta. Storm, turn around. Turn around, right around. Judy, this one not so bad. Sit down. Sit down. Just the top. who cut your hair? And this is what they use from the bathroom. Who used this, Veda?
All right, next we go to Florida. This guy you're gonna see, he was he won the lottery, $10,000 on the scratch off, and the state of Florida was not going to pay him out, saying he owed money to the state. So yes, he was tripped out. But yeah, what situation was, homie got scratch off. He won 10K, 10 stacks, right? And which, of course, who doesn't need that money right now? But yes, when it hit, they of course told him you got to go to the lottery office. When he went to the lottery office to claim that bad boy, they gave him a piece of paper that told him, yeah, bro, sorry, you owe the state money, so you're not getting any of this money. Sorry, is what they told him. I would have been hot. I don't know about you, it would have been hot. So they told him, and what it is, home dude runs a mechanic shop. And during COVID, he was able to get some money so he could pay his workers, so you wouldn't have to lay them off during COVID. So he got the money, and yes, he actually filed for a resolution for it, so he wouldn't have to pay it back. So the state of Florida actually agreed and granted him the resolution, so he wouldn't have to pay it back. So yes, evidently the resolution didn't go fully in the system or whatever, and it was still showing that he owed money. So whenever he won this money, the state of Florida, sorry, not Texas, we in Texas. But yes, the state of Florida was like, yeah, bro, you owe us money. Sorry, you can't have this. We keeping it to pay us back. So he called and called and called, Lottery Commission, called the state board that oversees all of that, and they basically weren't giving him a runaround. Basically, they wasn't answering his calls, returning his calls, anything. He left like 6 messages. So it's kind of funny now, once he got a hold of Channel 10 News there in South Florida, that yes, all of a sudden the state hit him back. It's kind of funny now. Which I would say you got to use your resources. I'm sad to say that's what that is, but use your resources. I would have too. And all of a sudden the state hit him back and said, hey, bro, we're sorry about this. We're going to make sure to get you your money. And yes, everything will be taken care of. So thankfully, this was able to get a good resolution. I feel bad for the other people who may be in a situation where, yes, the state may not have got them their money, but hopefully they can use their resources too and get them fixed up too. So I'll let you see the video though. Hopefully, yes, give you a good feeling once the ends hit, and yeah, that's what that is. So peace.
We're back with a story you will see only on Local 10. A South Florida man thought that he hit the jackpot, winning thousands in a Florida lottery scratch-off.
But when he went to the lottery office to cash in, he was told the state was keeping most of his winnings. Local 10 investigator Jeff Weins here was able to cut through the red tape and find out why.
You won the lottery.
Yes, sir, I did.
Here's a copy of Joe Chung's winning scratch-off. Tell me how much money you won.
$10,000.
Could you believe it?
No. I had to take my phone and scan it to make sure it's real.
A message from the scan ticket confirming his winning, congratulating him, and directing him to the lottery office to cash in. Chung immediately came here to the lottery office in Miami Lakes, handed over that winning ticket, but left disappointed. This unemployed mechanic was handed this piece of paper claiming he owed the state money, specifically the Department of Economic Opportunity, for unemployment compensation. Chung got unemployment assistance during COVID, and through no fault of his own, the state told him he was overpaid and had a debt balance of $7,800. But like so many, he had applied for and was granted forgiveness. The overpayments were waived. This document right here is saying that your overpayment is waived.
Correct.
That you don't owe them anything.
Correct, sir.
From December until the beginning of February, Chung has been trying to get the Department of Economic Opportunity on the phone to straighten this whole thing out.
I called, I left 6 voicemail, no response, and then the next thing I call again, you get a hold of 4 hours, the line get cut off.
What does $10,000 mean to you?
Make car payment and everything, mortgage payment, everything.
Because you're unemployed.
Correct.
That's what's happened to several Floridians.
Chung is not alone. TV stations all over the state have highlighted the same story with the same scenario. Lotto winners are flagged at the Lotto office and then cannot get a hold of the Department of Economic Opportunity.
Something that was so exciting
became an absolute nightmare.
According to the Florida Lottery, from January 2022 to January 2023, close to 10,000 lotto winners statewide received a letter like this claiming they owe, a majority of them owing to the Department of Economic Opportunity.
You can't get a hold of nobody.
We contacted the DEO with all of Chung's information, and days after this interview, he got a call. We caught up with him as he was driving northbound on the turnpike headed to Atlanta to take care of an uncle who had a medical issue.
And they said there was an error, and they said it would take 4 to 6 weeks to get the check back.
And they said it was an error?
Yes, sir. That's what she said. It was a lady. She said there was an error.
Chung's winnings are now headed his way. The DEO says overpayment procedures like this are in place to mitigate fraud, and they claim prevention measures have prevented more than $23 billion in fraud. As for Chung, who almost gave up,
without you guys, I'm unable to get the money back. I really appreciate Channel 10 for helping me out, sir.
Jeff Wines here, Local 10 News.
If you are in this situation too, we have a link to the Department of Economic Opportunities website that deals with this specific issue. Just go to local10.com.
Yeah. Second, next video is a twofer. Yes. You got 2 quick clips coming up. First one, I think these young ladies are from Colombia. They're riding in a car, got the music going. They decided to put up Facebook Live or Instagram Live. I think it's Instagram. And yes, they start recording themselves. And the problem is they start paying more attention to Instagram Live than they do freaking the road. And they end up crashing. That's what's going on. I don't think there was any major injuries. But I'm sure there was some injuries nonetheless. But yes, you'll see them freaking out, trying to figure out what's going on. So yes, there you go. Second clip is this young lady on a skateboard is trying to jump these stairs. And I don't know why she didn't try to grind on the rail right there or whatever, but she didn't do anything. And yeah, she ended up tumbling and took a pretty good spill. So hopefully she's all right. I haven't heard anything, but good luck to you. Shout out to you, whoever you are, my dear. And yes, I'll let you see the video. Peace.
Porque como hoy no me dicen nada. El carro de mi papá. El carro de mi papá. El carro de mi papá. No, el carro de mi papá. De mi papá.
All right, next clip is in Kentucky. Kentucky, boy. I don't know if y'all have ever seen the Missing Rings America's Game when Chargers played Cincinnati, but it's Dan Fouts does a funny Kentucky voice. But yes, voice. But yes, in this one right here, this lady, her and her family booked this luxury mansion on Airbnb for their family reunion. Huge, big old beautiful mansion. But while they're there, they're looking around and they see it has a bunker in that bad boy, a bunker. And it's not just any kind of bunker. It has a huge kitchen, probably nicer than most of our kitchens, and living room. It has bunk beds. It has food pantry storage for like 3 years. So yes, they're wondering what's up. When yes, they come to do some more research, they come to find out it belonged to a former senator right there, and the house has a really dark secret, a little bit of a dark secret, that is what it is. The senator, this is where his daughter was gunned down. She was killed the year before, or a little bit of time before this. He can't stay in the house anymore. Reminds him too many bad memories of his daughter was killed. But this crazy guy, he had, well, I won't say crazy, but he was not mentally stable at the moment. So homie was definitely, he had heard about the bunker and he wanted it for himself. He wanted to come get it. So yes, homie went down there, and yes, he was jumping, trying to break into the house, and yes, the senator and his wife was not there, but his daughter was there, and yes, his daughter ended up getting shot and killed by the dude. The police came and they were able to get the dude out of there, but yes, damage have been done. So yes, now he listed on Airbnb, and yes, the family said they didn't have any mishaps or anything's happening while they're there. But tell me, would you, put in the comment section down below, would you stay there? For me, that would be a no. It's a beautiful house, seeing it on TV, but as you'll see on the story. But for me, I'd probably say no. But yes, let me know what you think, and yes, I'll let you see, man. Peace.
Imagine arriving at your vacation rental.
Nice big bedroom.
Taking a look around the basement.
There's a closet. What's in this closet?
And discovering,
oh, geez, that's heavy,
a vast underground bunker.
Let's go down these stairs.
And not just any bunker, the mother of all doomsday bunkers. A full kitchen and living room, 2 bathrooms, and 3 bedrooms stacked high with bunk beds, room for a dozen people.
Triple bunks.
There's even a pantry with enough food for 3 years.
I thought it was pretty cool.
CJ Conrad rented what was listed as a luxury mansion in Kentucky for a family reunion. But they had no idea the secret that lay beneath them, 26 feet below ground. A bunker, fortified to withstand a nuclear blast.
My husband wanted to stay down there for our whole visit.
But the home also holds a terrible secret. Last year, it was the scene of a shocking murder. It's owned by a former Kentucky state legislator, Wesley Morgan. He built the bunker to keep his family safe, but a delusional ex-soldier, 23-year-old Shannon Gilday, wanted the bunker for himself to ride out the apocalypse. He allegedly broke in and shot dead Morgan's 32-year-old daughter, Jordan.
I heard that. I told my wife, I said, my God, that's gunfire.
Morgan was left devastated. He refuses to return to the mansion and now rents it out to vacationers. What did the rest of the family think about the bunker and think about the unfortunate incident that happened in this house?
I mean, we were shocked. It was definitely something that you don't expect when you stay somewhere.
Let's go down these stairs.
All right, WAG fam. Well, it's been real. It's the last video for this week, man. Y'all take it easy. Take care of yourself, man. Y'all probably saw this first video. It's a twofer. First video with Chris Brown. This young lady, she was at his concert. He always does this thing during Take You Down song when he comes up on stage. He brings a young lady and dances all over her, is what that is. But this young lady, she was on her phone, and he didn't like that. I imagine she was probably live streaming. Hey, look at me, I'm on stage at Chris Brown concert. He's dancing with me, haha, not you. I imagine that's probably what she was doing, figuratively, all the way through and through. But yeah, that's what she has her phone, and Chris Brown doesn't like that. I guess he keeps thinking, you need to be enjoying the moment. So while he's close to her, he grabs her phone and he just yeets that bad boy, just throws it into the crowd. So I would hope he can buy her like 4 more phones after that, just, making money, new album and all this stuff. But yes, hopefully he can do that. But I'd be worried about him because I wouldn't want that to hit somebody in the face, get sued. I know I'd be, something like that. Just kidding. But yes, somebody could do that, try to hit him up. But yes, that's what it would be. So yeah, I'll let you see that one. Second video is in Louisiana. These dudes is fishing in the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of Louisiana when they roll into a shark feeding frenzy. I don't know about y'all, my heart would be just losing my mind knowing that I'm that close to sharks and death. If this boat failed or tip over something, we're done, because you're not getting out that water with all them sharks going crazy, ravenous wolves. You're not making it out. You done, bro. So, but yes, they're doing that, and they're just playing it cool, looking and watching and seeing all the sharks go everywhere. But yes, I would have been tripped out. But surprisingly, yes, they made it out, just played it cool. Now, all right, so I'll let you see the video, man. Thanks for tuning in for me this week, man. Like I said, we just playing catch up. You're going to see the same outfit. Well, you'll see different outfits as we go. But yes, thanks to y'all for hollering at your boy. And yes, we'll see you on the next go round. And peace.
God. Getting soaking wet.